Frank Zappa, one of the most, just the most inventive figures in rock and roll and communication. Would you please welcome Frank Zappa? Good to see you again, Frank, and thanks for coming back to visit. What have you been doing since we saw you last?
Rehearsing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Music, probably?
Yes, music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it going well?
Terrific.
New stuff, Frank, or?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have a nice new song called Be In My Video.
Mm-hmm. Now, where will people be able to hear this music?
All over the country.
In big cities and small?
Yes.
Will they have to go to a hall or an arena, or would this be available in a record store?
I don't know about the record store, but we're going on tour again.
You are touring. Good. Well, that's good news.
And we're also talking about the possibility of playing 4 weeks in Los Angeles during the Olympics. That's one possibility.
Well, good, because there's lots of parking.
Yeah,
we'll have,
that's important. You always need that.
Will you be excited to be in town during those athletic events?
We offer an interesting alternative to the athletes.
I think so. Now, what about the concert that took place in L.A. just a few weeks ago? There was a Frank Zappa creation.
Actually, it wasn't a few weeks ago. It was, well, by the time this goes in the air, yeah. This actually happened on Monday. There was a group called the Ear Unit that asked me to write a piece of music for them. And the ensemble consists of 2 percussionists, 2 keyboards, a cello, a flute, and a clarinet. And they wanted me to write something. And they specifically asked for one of the tunes that was on an album called Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. And so I arranged this piece, which was originally called While You Were Out. I arranged it on the computer that I have at home and gave them the music, and they couldn't play it. And they didn't have enough time to rehearse it, so I said, well, I have it at this concert at the County Museum on Monday night. I said, I'll have the computer simulate the sounds of all the instruments in your group, and then I'll make a nice digital tape that'll be very realistic, and you guys go out there and pretend to play it. And that would be a completely new form of entertainment. It's the missing link between performance art and electronic music. In performance art, you just sit there and watch somebody do something. In electronic music, you sit there and nothing goes on, but you listen to it. So the computer...
Best of both worlds.
That's right. So the computer printed out their parts, and they learned their parts to pretend, and I made the tape for them. But when the concert actually occurred, they didn't use the digital tape. They used a cassette, which was full of hiss, and obviously a cassette. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew that they didn't actually play this piece. Two reviews in the Los Angeles newspapers. Nobody knew that these musicians did not ever play a note, even though the sound was coming just from a cassette amplified in the hall. The man who ran the Monday evening concerts, he didn't know. Morton Subotnick, famous electronic music composer, he didn't know. He was there. There was a number of other people from American Serious Music in Los Angeles. Nobody knew that these guys didn't play anything that was coming off a cassette. That's why I'm going back into rock and roll.
So what did you think of it? Were you sitting there in the front row?
No, I was home.
Didn't watching TV, or what do you do at night?
Family Feud.
Never miss an episode. What's your favorite part of Family Feud? Is it the kissing or Survey Says?
No, it's the commercials.
Kind of stay up. Well, you have a great television career going for you. You've been on Match Game and Dance Fever, and now this.
No, I haven't been on Match Game, but I was on
Make Me Laugh.
Make Me Laugh, and also What's My Line? Mm-hmm. I did that.
Did they guess your line?
Soupy Sales did. Yeah.
He always does, doesn't he? You can't fool Soupy.
Can't fool him.
That cassette, he would have been there and he would have known pride, and people are making it up.
Absolutely.
So what do you see as your next television career move?
It's this video we're making. That's going to be the most important thing, and I would appreciate it if you'd be in it.
Mm-hmm. I would love to. Thank you. I'd be honored.
Because of the way we're going to visualize the lyrics to this song, I think that there's definitely some places where you would be outstanding.
Can you think of one of them? Dare I ask? What would be my role?
Well, you know, this video, the song is about videos in general, and videos in general are within a very narrow spectrum of craftsmanship.
That's me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's like we're dealing with the approved images which are allowed on MTV. We have the flock of birds.
Yes.
And the car door that closes with a girl's leg sticking out.
Have to have it.
We have a cage with a girl in it with leather clothes. And we also have a girl with white clothes on twirling around in a lap dissolve. We have a Venetian blind with an atomic bomb explosion on one side with the light coming through on your face. So
this is my part now?
Yeah. And you can have the patterns of the lines going on your face.
I feel it.
And then we have midgets dressed in white.
Where are they?
Near you.
How close?
Close enough to help you when you get into trouble with this light coming on your face.
What are they holding?
Probably cotton with medication. Because we're using real atomic radiation. This is the first time that this has actually been done in a video. Now,
am I the first guy you've asked to do the part, or
the first guy I've asked to be in that part of it?
The atomic radiation part.
Because I think that you could broaden your appeal. And I know that you're appealing tonight to make sure that this show gets extended. And I would like to say that if you are out there and you have a chance to help, please do help with the ratings on
Pledge another viewer, that's true. And,
because if you can keep doing this, then maybe you can show just a little piece of that part where your face blisters out when the radiation comes on. You can show that as a clip instead of the Lionel Richie thing.
Yeah. Well, I have mornings I get up like that and too much makeup.
I'll tell you what, maybe what we could do is if the show is renewed and you keep doing this, we could actually shoot that scene here.
Live, probably on our stage with real radiation.
That's right.
Boy, it's something to look forward to, I guess.
Intriguing.
The video, what does the overall picture say? What will the song...
Well, we had one verse we had to take out because I know they would never put it on. Yeah. I'm not even going to recite it. But, you know, I've been very careful to make sure this video is going to not do anything to compromise your image.
No, I don't think atomic radiation can hurt at all.
Because atomic radiation is a part of American life, and let's face it, that's all we're about.
It gives
all there is anymore.
Something to look forward to, is the big one. We have to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Frank Zappa. More of Lionel and Penny later on. Ralph Nader coming up with John Carrigan. Sitting with Frank Zappa, and Frank also has a film called Baby Snakes, and about that, you say that you are not normal, and that this is about
people who do things which are not normal.
Which are not normal. Yeah. Do you have a yardstick for normalcy? What is it about you that's not normal?
Well, if I watch television, I don't just absorb it. You know, I will ask questions about why is that there, and you know, why are they lying to me like that? And that's not normal. Americans generally just accept everything and just, oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's real. The girl's twirling around in the white dress. Yeah, that's really good. You know, and I don't buy that. And there are other people who just don't buy stuff like that, and that's not normal.
What are some of the television lies that outrage you most?
Oh, mostly news coverage. That really bothers me, the way things are covered.
You think they cover it up?
Oh, yeah. It's the camera angles that do the job. We'll figure it out. Something happened someplace in the world. You got one guy who's working for UPI or AP or whatever it is. He's there. He sees the thing. He phones it in. The cameraman shoots it from a certain angle. You only see that much of it. And then it's got to be compressed into this much time in the news show. How much of what's really going on do you find out?
But how much could you really take?
Yeah, how much do you really want to know? Remember,
that's it.
The big one's coming.
Yeah. Do you have a prediction as to when that would happen?
Pretty soon. Pretty soon, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a couple of years, though.
Yeah, and you'll be on tour, and that'll be over. You'll have that part. Yeah, so we still have lots to accomplish.
I'll be on tour, you'll be renewed. Poof, there it goes.
Just my luck. Right at that moment, we hit 630 million viewers a night, and we're gone. Want you to meet... so we better get our next guest out here. What he has to say doesn't represent anything that Metro Media or MGM or the station or the producers have found out. We have to say that in case he's ever wrong. He's the gossip guru, our Corey Hay. Work because
I've seen you eat on stage. Anyway,
he takes one breath now, and then that's all. Go. Okay, so go.
Well, I'm taking my time tonight because this is my morning outfit. That's with a U, not an R. And
what are you mourning for?
Well, it's our last show for the hiatus till we come back. And the news is we're going to get picked up. That's the inside track. Congratulations. And I pledge to come back if you want me to.
Good, thank you.
But what happens if it doesn't? I mean, how do you feel? I mean, are you nervous, depressed, upset, suicidal?
No, I have a role in a film where I get hit with atomic radiation, and I don't think I have anything to worry about after that.
You're going to get picked up, at least on the street. Somebody else who got picked up was Paul. Paul McCartney's being hit with another paternity suit. There's a German singer out there named Bettina Hubers who claims to be his daughter. Now, actually, they made Paul submit to a blood test several years ago, and the test was negative, but she claims that he sent a lookalike. I actually think that her mother got taken in by the lookalike. Anyway, Prince Andrew was recently here in Beverly Hills at a gala, and it was a star-studded men's room. Now, there in the first position was Cary Grant, and there were other stars just too big to mention, and in popped a paparazzi, not me, with a camera, and that's a pic that Thicke of the Night will show when we come back. Back from hiatus. Prince William is going to have his second birthday. Little Princess Di's baby.
I think you just made up a word. I don't know how many of you caught that.
You get that?
Back from hiatus. And I don't.
Back from hiatus.
Jerry Lewis would understand that, but I did that.
You're talking about Jerry Lewis? I should think that's a name you wouldn't want to make up.
What?
Anyway,
no.
Hey, I think you two would make a good team, back to back.
Jerry Lewis remember all those years ago, all those great films that he made, the juvenile, the delicate delinquent. He was wonderful.
Delinquent is right.
I'm a fan.
Princess Di's little baby is going to have his second birthday on June 21st. He will get his first Jaguar. It's a 2/5 miniature model with leather seats, a walnut dashboard, an electric motor. He'll buzz around the palace at a rumored cost of $84,000. It took 1,500 man-hours to make. Now, Cher, this is the same Cher that said last year, I am no longer preoccupied with material possessions, has just bought his and her fun off-the-road vehicles called Monteros. They cost $25,000 each. The one is for her and the other for her lover, Val Kimner. His is black, hers is white, has a computerized stereo, sheepskin interiors. You know about this stuff, right? Bronzed windows, so there'll be no, it doesn't want to cause any attention. She doesn't want any attention. Her hair is now magenta red. She's taken off her braces, going on opening her mouth. I think that's not only at home, but in public.